Hello, everybody. So today is Friday. I'm heading off to fly to Boise, Idaho right now to lead a retreat. If you want to join me on this journey, follow me. Hello. Well, it's been a very long time since I flew an airplane. I believe it was over 3 years ago. Before the pandemic, I was flying, or at least traveling, once a month to lead retreats in various parts of United States. Then when the pandemic hit, I didn't go anywhere. So very interesting to be back in the airport and flying again, and also teaching at other centers and groups. So I have a little time here before we start boarding, so I think I'm going to do some work at the business center there. Well, okay, here we go. Time to get on the plane. All right, we made it to Boise, Idaho. We are here. Now, hopefully my ride's gonna come. It is very sunny and pretty warm here, which is good because I forgot to bring my jacket. Anyways, I'm just gonna be here waiting for my ride. This is my ride. We're off.
Hello, hello.
Where are we going?
We are going. I'm hoping that you're hungry and you want to eat lunch.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's eat lunch.
Oh yeah, this is, oh, you play there?
Yeah, we play there.
Fresh tortillas daily, Cal 75 tacos. Let's do it. Oh, that smells good.
At 9 or 9:30 on Saturdays.
So what do we got here? Medium sauce. Didn't say, oh, salsa verde. Extra spicy, I'm going for that one. Salsa roja. Roja. All right, so we just got back from lunch. My friend Clinton, he runs the group in Boise. Stopped by his house to look around, and now we're going to get some coffee. So let's do it. Are your dogs able to be off leash around here? I mean, yeah. Is that your your law, or is that the city?
On the park, yes.
Really? So around the neighborhoods, they don't. You don't think so?
I'm not aware. No one's ever told me. Stop it.
I love it. Do your dogs drink coffee? At the Java Coffee and Cafe. This is called a soul bowl. I'm not sure what's in it, but I know it's very good. All right, we're at the park. That's a steep hill there. What's the name of this park? Camel's Back Park in Boise, Idaho. He's like, he knows who the boss is.
Hello, YouTube.
I'm not going anywhere near any
She
of
was sit
that.
right in the middle, and it was pouring rain.
Barbecue at Clinton's house. Okay, I'm back at the Zen Center. We just got back from the evening barbecue with Sangha and friends. There's my bed right here in the meditation room. So I'm going to get some sleep, and tomorrow we will start our retreat. Good morning, everybody. Today is Saturday. It's the day of the one-day retreat. Had a pretty good sleep last night, I would say, overall. I'd like to give you a little tour of the center here in Boise. So this is Empty Gate Zen Center in Boise, Idaho. Let's check it out. So there's the outside of the building. There are a couple resident opportunities in the back. This is the front of the Zen Center. And here's the entryway. So this would people will put their shoes. Little book rack there. Today during the retreat, since we don't have a kind of extra room, I'll be using this to give one-on-one interviews with people. I'll show you that later. Take off the shoes, and we enter this area. Wouldn't call it a kitchen, but has a small sink, little storage for chairs. There's other Buddhist groups that use this space, so you might see some things that you haven't seen in Zen centers before. This is just some storage we have for the retreat. Bathroom. Then we enter the meditation hall. We call it a Dharma room in the Quantum School of Zen. You can see this is a little bit different than what you would see at a typical Zen center. It's a small space, but it has very good energy. It's a very intimate kind of space. I guess you could see the sunrise during morning practice. That's what Clinton told me. And there we go. This is where the retreat will be held. All right, I think I'm gonna go off and get some coffee, and I'll check back with you later. So I think there will be a total of 17 people sitting the retreat. I think there's gonna be like 6 or 7 here in Boise. Then we have our group in Berkeley at the Empty Gate Zen Center, Berkeley. I think there's gonna be around 6 or 7. And then there'll be some people joining us online. So it's a really true hybrid retreat. We've been doing this the last few retreats. It seems to be working very well. You know, instead of having a lot of people in one place, we can have a few people in 7 different places. Kind of interesting. So I'm looking forward to it. Every retreat is something I really value and appreciate. I recommend if you can take advantage of it. All right, sorry that I had a phone call there. That was Clinton, who runs the Boise group, telling me that we're gonna get coffee together. So heading back to the Zen Center. I guess what I was saying before is if you have the opportunity to do a one-day retreat, really try to take advantage of that. 3-day retreat, 7-day retreat. In our school, we have a 3-month retreat. Whatever your situation allows, any opportunity to sit a retreat is one of the best things we can do to help our practice, but also to help our lives. All right, I'm going back to the center. I'll see you soon. The sun, the moon, the stars. Where do they come from? Well, let's see what we got here. I was just thinking, what is the true meaning of a Bodhisattva?
Bring a full soul before
Oh,
meditation retreat.
gotta have it. Thank you, brother.
You gotta have some soul, man. Gotta have some soul.
All right. All right, the retreat was over. I'll give you an update later because I think we're going to be going out, and I'll see you very soon. Okay, well, it's Sunday morning. I didn't get a chance to check in after the retreat yesterday. After the retreat, Clinton and his family and myself, we all went out to dinner, did a lot of talking, hung out, and then I didn't get back to the center until late. So here I am. I'm back at the airport here in Boise, getting ready to fly home. I wanted to share a couple thoughts with you. It's questions I receive from time to time, and it's about practicing alone, practicing with other people, and practicing online. So sometimes we say that just practicing every day, even if it's by yourself, is better than doing nothing. It's really important in having a daily practice to help remind us to continue the meditation throughout the day. So whatever we're doing on our cushion is what we're doing when we get up off the cushion and living our life from moment to moment. One thing about practicing alone sometimes is you kind of don't see your own mind so much, or we say that your mind's not being reflected back to you. You can also just follow your karma as well. Maybe you only want to sit 25 minutes instead of 30. Maybe you said, oh, I don't want to do any bows, or maybe I'll get up and have some coffee. You're allowed to kind of do whatever you want. When you're in a practicing situation with people, you're basically following the schedule and following the situation of the retreat. And our tradition in the Quantum School of Zen, in our retreats, we all practice together. So we sit together, chant together, eat together. And the benefit of that too is some people do not like to get up early in the morning, but they do. Some people don't like to do the chanting, but they do. Some people don't like to do the bowing meditation, but they show up. Some people only want to sit one sitting period, but we do 3 during a session. So there's something wonderful about that, right? Because when you're practicing with other people, you get to see very clearly what you're holding on to. We all have our likes and dislikes and our opinion and our beliefs. So when you're practicing with other people, you see that very clearly. Even if you're sitting next to someone and they're moving around, or maybe they're sniffling a lot, it starts to drive you a little bit crazy. If you sat at a retreat, you know what I'm talking about. So there's something wonderful about that, right? So in my last video, I talked about how we make something, right? There's the truth, and then we add something to the truth. And you get to see that very clearly. If somebody's sniffling, who makes that loud? Who makes it noisy? Who makes it good? Who makes it bad? So that's something that's very wonderful about practicing with people. When we're able to see our own mind very clearly, again, seeing our own likes and dislikes, what we're holding on to, what we're trying to get rid of, that's a wonderful place to be, because when you can see it, we can let go of it. And that's something we can use in our life when this kind of mind appears. This is why having our mind reflected back to us is very important. Another thing that's beneficial with practicing with people too is you get a lot of support. It's very difficult sometimes to do on your own. When we're practicing by ourselves, some of the reasons why we don't want to get up or we want to cut the sitting short is it's very difficult to do by ourselves. And when you're sitting with a group of people, you get that encouragement. We're all doing this together. You get that support. You feel the connection with others. And I think that's a very valuable tool. Many of you know that I teach in the Quantum School of Zen online Sangha. We've been doing it for several years. And that's really wonderful too, because some people do not have the opportunity to practice with others. They don't have a Zen center near them. They don't have access to a teacher. So we created the online Sangha so people can connect. So I would say if you're able to practice with people, do it in person. It doesn't even have to be a Zen center. I always say as long as the direction's clear. Meditation techniques, not so important. What's the direction of the group? So in Buddhism and Zen, it's very simple. We practice to see our true self very clearly and help the world. That's it. That's all that's important. There's going to be some things you like about a group, some things you don't like. That's with anything in life. Sometimes we like our job, sometimes we don't. Or there's some parts we like about it, some parts we don't like about it. Right? That's just our human condition. So that's not really important. So if you're able to practice in person, do it. If you're not able to practice in person, then practicing online is very, very beneficial. And I've been encouraging some people who've been practicing with the online group for some time to start their own group. Invite some people over to your house, or maybe rent a space at a yoga center or something just to get together and practice. It doesn't even have to be a formal group or Zen center. If you have that kind of opportunity, I recommend doing that as well. So if it's possible, keeping a daily practice, very important. That reminds us to continue the meditation throughout the day. If you're able to practice with people in person, do that. If you don't have that opportunity, there's a lot of online opportunities. So if you're curious about online possibilities, always feel free to contact me. Most of you know how to do it. You can put it in the comments below or email me, jason@jasonquinnzen.com. So those are my quick thoughts today. I hope you enjoyed this journey. This is pretty much what it's like wherever I go. Usually they're quick flights. I fly somewhere, hang out a little bit, do a retreat, and then pretty much go back home right away to get back to my family. So thank you for joining me on this trip, and I will see you very soon.